Hi, my name is Rodrigo Espinoza, and today we're going to be talking about a little bit about autonomous learning and how we can use some online apps to help students becoming more autonomous. Lately, and unfortunately, because of the pandemic, 2 years ago, the world had to modify its entire existence, and education was not accept to this situation. Online classes emerge as a need to continue educational programs in today's world. And as a consequence, institutions, teachers, and students were dragged into online courses. However, online classes were not new. Uh, they've been accessible for a while. For this situation, we were the ones who were not up to date with online classes or apps or resources to work with the recent events due to the pandemic. Most of the educational systems were not used to working online, which brought a wide range of necessity towards online teaching techniques. Not that they were not available, we were not just used to them. Different aspects withdrew the implementation of online classes, namely technology, connectivity, participants' reluctance to open their houses to every person in a classroom or conference. Remember that when you open a camera, everyone is allowed to see where you are, your house, your office, or any other place where you might be taking or attending a class. As well as economical resources. Not everyone had the money to buy a computer to get online or access fast internet, whatever. So these are just some examples. In order to overcome situations, especially the teaching aspect, force educational systems to develop or adopt strategies for successful online education. As part of these educational systems, one of the strategies I adopt to deal with intrinsic situations regarding online teaching was to maintain students' attention focus on attending classes and completing tasks in a way that it would be beneficial for them without the supervision of a teacher, which is part of autonomous learning. Assigning a task to students online distresses teachers on how learners will develop these tasks. I believe the process is, or at least for me, is more concerning than the product because being online, students will have the by being online, students have the access to online information, which they would probably use to turn in a correct paper, at least in context, okay? Uh, but I was and still I am still aware that students can and do find information that they can copy and paste to complete task, thus presenting an accurate product. But is that what learners need to really learn a language? When it comes to education, I believe the process is more important than the product, not neglecting the product's importance, of course. Uh, Encouraging students to do the tasks, not just to answer them, has turned into a relevant affair. Okay, in order to deal with this situation, a strategy I use to promote autonomous learning is to instill confidence in my students in their processes. Okay, not regarding accurate results. Of course, I look for accurate results, but then the process is more important here. And for example, confidence in students is also important. Being appreciated over their assignments, tasks, or homework is important. That's where the process is important, okay? Not really judging the final product, but reinforcing the process of getting there to make sure that students know how to perform, act, react, deal, and use the target language, okay? Regarding online apps designed for language practicing and learning, for example, with writing activities, I often ask students to complete tasks using personal information or asking them to describe their feelings, which I believe forces them to use their own resources, not just linguistic, but cognitive resources as well. Okay, once students present a written task, they are suggest to use writing apps like Grammarly, for instance. This is a text proofreader, let's call it like that provides learners with punctuation, context, and coherence suggestions, to mention some. First, Students are asked to upload the document to the app. Then once the app revises the writing, students are asked to take a screenshot of the original document and save it. Second, they have to adjust or correct the document as suggested by the app. Okay, and then save the file as well to be compared with the original one. Third, students share their papers either with a peer or the teacher or in class. The two of them, the original and the corrected version, with the purpose of describing the suggestions the app made to the purpose to their documents, right? In this stage, students are asked to explain what they think, for example, why they think a sentence needs a comma or change a word, for example. Okay, so let's say the app suggests a comma at the end or in the middle of a sentence. Of course, they can just modify the sentence by adding the comma. But is that what all it takes? They need to know why, and that's why they are asked to explain. It is easy to everyone to use a grammar checking app, but asking students to understand why they think some corrections were made makes them reflect on their processes, writing for this instance. These type of activities are time-consuming, but are worth practicing as they promote learners' awareness regarding language use. And in this situation, not just grammatical aspect, but the content and communicative aspects as well. Using this app has provided wanted and unwanted results, not because of the app, but because of the guidance I like to give students. The first time I endeavor students to use this app, I assume they will discover how to use it. Using it is not complicated, but there are some parameters to be set at the beginning, and I did not guide my students on how to set the app according to the level or purpose of the writing. Would it be informative, descriptive, to convince the audience, or some other aspect that were requested to be set at the beginning of the app or process? Okay, this same app provided positive results. Once students were guided on how to use the app or how to set the app parameters, they were able to use it better. Okay, in the end, most of the materials available, either online or tangible, need some time of assistance from teacher. Let's remember that autonomous learning does not occur entirely guideless, requesting teachers to be facilitators of the learning process, not just homework or task givers. Well, this is something about autonomous learning and using some apps and to promote autonomous learning. Thank you for watching. My name is Rodrigo Espinoza. This is an assignment. This video is recorded to complete an assignment from Universidad Pedagógica del Estado de Sinaloa, Campus Los Mochis. We're working on autonomous learning, and this is a brief commentary regarding this topic. Thank you for watching. See you next time.